Felesha Love, and you're watching My Spirit Fitness TV. Thanks so much for joining me. You know, this is where we aim to make each day better than the last. This is all about self-improvement and self-mastery. So if you're one of those people who really want to reach your highest potential, today is your lucky day. We're talking about self-sabotage, and we'll talk about it in just a moment.
You know, my name is Idrissa Akuna Elba. And I remember at school when I was being a skinny kid with a name like Idrissa, you know, I got picked on a little bit. Probably about 9, 10, that was awkward times. But then grew a moustache, had some muscles, bonkers.
Are you one of those people who feel like, you know, things just happen? That every time you try to make something positive happen, something negative happens and you just give up? Are you one of those people who feel like, well, you know what, this job or this relationship is going so well, I know that there's something bad ahead. I just know it. And then you just stop trying? Are you one of those people who get into a relationship and feel like, oh man, last time I felt this intense love and excitement, something really bad happened, so I'm going to cut it off? I've got another one for you. Are you one of those people who are very, very talented? Nobody really knows, but you don't have the courage to get yourself out there because you're afraid that somebody's going to laugh at you?
Any successful person you know, even though it seems like everything just happened for them, it usually was preceded by a bunch of failure, or at least a significant amount. But the great ones aren't the ones that don't fail. They're the ones that learn from their failure and they keep going and they're persistent and they're tenacious. And for me, I was trying to get a record deal from 98 to 2004, and I got turned down by every major record label, including the one I'm signed to now. And for me, that means that even when you hear no, you have to keep going through all those no's until you get to yes.
If you were sick of being disappointed, you would stand up and you would take control of your destiny. Do you know that you had a possibility to win?
Stop self-sabotaging yourself. I have the perfect solution for you today where you can stop it immediately. Yep, I said it. You can stop it immediately. You know, I'll tell you a story. I had a friend when I was working in radio in Cincinnati a long time ago. He was one of the radio records person for Columbia. Oh gosh, I've forgotten his name. But anyway, he used to come in and he would say, Felesha, stop self-sabotaging yourself. No. He would say, Felesha, stop getting in your way. And I was like, what do you mean? And he would say it every time he saw me. Felesha, stop getting in your way. Well, at that time, I was in my mid-20s working as a program director at The Wiz way back in the day when it was a startup station. It's now become a part of Radio 1, which is now Urban 1. But anyway, so I was one of those young execs, didn't really know how to navigate myself. I wanted more. And this person came in and he would say, Felesha, stop getting in your way. I was like, what do you mean? I'm not getting in my way. And it wasn't until I left that job that I finally understood what he was talking about. It was my language, my self-talk that was getting in the way. And now when I feel like I'm having the wrong language, it's not matching up to what it is that I really want or what I'm really going for, I stop myself. And I'm going to give you this number one tool that will give you that same opportunity. And I keep saying opportunity because you have a choice to do it or not to do it. It's an opportunity. And the opportunities will come along again if you don't get it the first time. They just keep coming. Trust me. But here it is. Self-worth. Ask yourself, do I feel worthy of having this job? Do I feel worthy of having this relationship? Do I feel worthy of excelling? Do I feel worthy of making more money? Do I feel worthy of working out and getting a new body? Do I feel worthy of being sexual and sensual and beautiful and luscious and vivacious? Do I feel worthy? That's the number one question that you need to ask yourself right now so you can stop self-sabotaging yourself. And yes, you'll probably have a come to Jesus meeting and it's long overdue, I know. But you'll at least get the answers, so you'll stop contradicting what you're saying you want and doing something totally different. That's what self-sabotage is. Saying, yes, I want that job. Yes, I want that relationship. Yes, I want more. I want to excel. Yes, I want to be better. And then you do something totally opposite. Here's another way I would get my students to get the point of what I'm talking about. And these are college students, so they are all wanting vivacious bodies and, looking the part of some ideal image that they've seen on social media. Beyonce was one of the number one people that they would always want to look like. So they would want me to help them work out so that they can get a Beyonce body. And I would ask them, in the beginning of the semester, I would say, close your eyes and imagine that you have the body, and in this case for you, the job or the relationship that you most desire. Close your eyes and imagine what that's like. Imagine that you have everything that you've ever wanted right now. And then I would say, open your eyes and tell me if you're willing to work to keep it. You have to know that you're worthy of something in order to have the passion and the will to work toward keeping it. There's no other way to keep it. Otherwise, you'll self-sabotage it. You'll say, oh, well, I don't feel like doing that work. That's just too much. Yes, it's too much because you don't feel worthy of it. If it's something that you really, really wanted.
Yes.
No.
You say no to life, and therefore you're not living.
So yes, it's going to take work to have that career that you've always wanted. Yes, it's going to take work in that new position you might have gotten, and you want to keep it and you want to excel at it. Yes, it's going to take work to have a relationship that you've always wanted. There is no way that you're going to get what you want by sitting still. That's my point. Nor will you get what you want by saying you want something and acting in the opposite. It's not going to work. That job, that relationship will leave you. Yes, it will leave you. And then you'll have what we call a self-fulfilling prophecy. So if you really want to see your highest potential, stop self-sabotage. Stop allowing your brain to remind you of how fearful and painful your past has felt and equating it to this new thing. Stop doing that. Every person, every opportunity, every career opportunity, every new relationship, it's gonna be different. Stop putting those people and circumstances in the same pot as your screwed up past. I was channeling Whoopi Goldberg. I'm sorry. Now you can watch My Spirit Fitness TV and hear positive affirmations and hear positive words all of the time. But if you do not want to do the work, you're just not going to do the work. You'll just be sitting there watching this for entertainment, which I hope you are. But watching it for entertainment, but not taking it a step further and incorporating it into your life. That is my hope for you. A lot of people have asked me, Felesha, why do you want to do this TV show? Why do you keep putting yourself out there? Because I believe in it. I want to help people. I have seen such progress in classrooms and workshops that I've done in the last 15, 20 years. And I really feel like I can make a difference. I could sit there and self-sabotage myself. I have plenty of baggage to work from. Plenty. But I'm not willing to allow that to stop my future. You are not your past. You're not your past. Start today making yourself worthy of having the very best that you want, no matter what it is. Make yourself worthy today. You know, the worst thing that I think parents can do to their children, and sometimes, actually this doesn't come from parents. It can come from cousins and aunts and uncles that inflict negative energy on children that really go with them from that moment to their adulthood and really screw them up in the head. If you're willing to take a moment to think about some of those defining moments in your life where you were told that you weren't worthy, or you were told that you were fat, or you were told that you were too skinny, or you were told that nobody will ever want you, or you were told that, well, you screw things up time and time and time again in relationships. What makes you think this is not going to be any different? Or you were told, well, you're too dumb to have that position. Why would you ever go for that? Think about those defining moments and stop allowing your mind to define your future, because your mind will do that. It's designed, it's wired with neutrons that will remind you of danger. It's doing its job.
Everything that humans do, or think, or feel, is a result of these basic units of brain structure.
You're going to have to learn how to be the gatekeeper of your own thoughts. There's no way around it. You know, a lot of people say, you know, I'm this way, I was just born this way, so, you know, I'm not going to change. That's bullshit. Those are people who refuse to grow, who refuse to seek better for themselves, and people who really do not believe that they can have better and they can have more. So that's bull. That's the reason why I say that. If you want to elevate out of that mindset, the way to do that is to become the gatekeeper of your own mind. Don't allow your mind to put you in a prison to where you cannot maneuver, you cannot grow, you can't expand. It always shuts you down to remind you of what you may have experienced before. So become your own best friend. When you find yourself with those self-sabotaging thoughts, and you'll know it because what you say you want to do and your actions conflict. And when that happens, you're going to have to stop yourself and redirect yourself. Nobody's going to do it for you. That job is not going to stay there to wait until you get it together. And that relationship sure as hell ain't going to stay there and wait until you get it together. You're going to have to do that yourself. You'll just lose out. That's it. That's the way it goes. Life will go on.
Learn something from this. When you go to bed at night, you lay there and you take responsibility for yourself. Because nobody's going to take responsibility for you. You roll in your eyes and you act like this because you've heard it all before. You've heard it all before. You don't know where the hell I come from. You have no idea what I've been through. But I'm not a victim. I grow from it and I learn. Take responsibility for yourself.
But you are more than your mind. You're a spirit. And your spirit can do anything. Your spirit has superpowers. Didn't you know that? Your spirit can do things that your body cannot, your mind cannot even fathom. And on the other side of it, you'll be sitting there going, oh, I can't believe I did that. Use your superpower. And part of that superpower is right beyond the gate of self-sabotage. So if you slam that door on self-sabotage, baby, you're into something.
I was like, nah, me, really? Looked in the mirror, I checked myself out. I was like, yeah, you all kind of sexy today.
I'm Felesha Love. I will share some more of that with you in some of my workshops coming up. Until next time, I want you to go ahead and like and share and be sure to subscribe so you'll get more videos like this. Until next time, be well.
He was a bad man.
Stands tall when she's knocked down. Living life with wisdom and power. She's the change on your airwaves. Tune in, she got something to say. Felesha Love.